I'm Molly Pesci, and this is Barnes & Noble Tagged. Last year on Tagged, best-selling author Augusten Burroughs told us he was working on a book about the holidays. Well, we could not wait to hear his take on Christmas. Well, the wait is over. Augusten Burroughs is here with his new book, You Better Not Cry. Most of us were introduced to Augusten Burroughs through his best-selling memoir, Running with Scissors. His heart-wrenching, sometimes horrific, yet humorous take on growing up in the dysfunctional, with a capital D, home of his mother's psychiatrist. Crazy as it may sound, Running with Scissors spent 4 years on the bestseller list and became a movie starring Annette Bening and Alec Baldwin. Burroughs has since published 4 additional autobiographical volumes: Dry, Possible Side Effects, Magical Thinking, and A Wolf at the Table. Today, he's back in the Tag studio to tell us about his one-of-a-kind look at the holidays, You Better Not Cry. Augusten Burroughs, you've been tagged. You're actually double tagged. You're back for the second time.
I am, that's right.
So nice to have you here.
It's great to be here again.
Oh, all right. So we have to talk about this because when you were here the last time, you said, I'm working on a Christmas book, and here it is, and it's ready, and it's about the holidays. I have to tell you, I love this book.
No, thank you. Thank you.
Just talk about it for a little bit.
I just thought it was interesting or odd that Christmas has always been my favorite holiday, and every single one of them that I can remember has been really cruddy and actually worse than the previous, the one before.
It's so true.
And it doesn't just, it doesn't get better as I got older. I mean, my most recent holiday, which is the last story, was the worst of all, but the thing about it is that it's almost like inside each of them, each individual awful holiday has been something perfect and shiny and small and tiny. And it's my most recent one, which is the last story in the book, where I think that was hit me over the head. It was this, the little shiny perfect thing wasn't so little. You know, it was an act that a neighbor did and helping in it. It
was, and anybody who, as you're reading this section, because you have the terrible flood, we can say that much without giving away the book, in your home, and your neighbors and your brother and everybody just is kind of your champion throughout the whole thing.
And it really felt like, it was not the Christmas, not the holiday that I wanted at all, but it was perfect. I mean, I had always wanted this perfect holiday, and I never get it, never get it, never get it. And then the one year where I'm finally, I think I'm in the after period of my life.
Yes.
After all the awful stuff has happened, and, I've got a tree and I'm domesticated. I think this is going to be the one where it's perfect. And it actually was, even though it was horrible, So, and I guess that's kind of the story of my life, the finding the little perfect gem in the center of the rat's stomach.
Yeah. What struck me, there are these great laugh-out-loud moments throughout this book, but there are incredible moments when you talk about those little tiny seconds that are so beautiful at each of the Christmases that really make you cry. And your descriptions of being in love and meeting loves of your lives are just so poignant. That I mean, this is a great gift as for a boyfriend, girlfriend, lover. It's fantastic.
Well, the holidays, the thing about the holidays is it's easy to pretend they're just about joy. But even when you're with your family, you do think things like, does every family fight like this? Or are other siblings closer? Or, it brings up, it brings up these thoughts and these reflections. So it's not totally funny. Not every piece is funny. There are some more, heartwarming, heart-breaking,
touching
stories.
Good. That's good tears. That's something that's really pretty.
I didn't want it to be just one-dimensional because the holidays aren't. They're not. They're filled with a lot of different, sometimes conflicting emotions.
But Christmas does continue to be your favorite holiday.
It is.
To this day.
Even though the ones I've had since this book was written, they've continued to go downhill. I think probably. No, I mean, seriously, if this year is shaping up to be, oh boy, really going to be a real winner.
What's the plan? We want to hear.
No, you don't want to hear it. You really don't want to hear it. You really don't. Next year, probably there'll be, a delivery truck, a UPS truck with my name on its grill as I cross the street. I mean, that's where we're heading with these holidays. It is. It's the natural progression.
Well, Augusten, I have to tell you that an elf told us, and we read everywhere, that you love shortbread cookies.
Oh, man.
And because we love you so much, and you're always so wonderful, we've got you some. Now, they're Scottish. You said you like
I
English?
love Scottish.
Oh, you like
yeah,
Scottish?
No, these are great.
Okay, good.
These will be gone in an hour.
I'm telling you, the book is called You Better Not Cry. It's out right now. Everybody, please go buy this book. I loved it. Laugh, cry, everything. I don't usually say that, but I really, really loved it. And we love you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Here's a tagged close-up. This photographer knew his subject was destined for superstardom because he made the girls cry. Elvis, 1956, is the incredible photographic record of the few months that would see Elvis rise from obscurity to stardom. In 1956, a 21-year-old Elvis Presley was at the beginning of his remarkable and unparalleled career. Photojournalist Alfred Wertheimer had unrestricted access to the young performer and was able to capture the unguarded and everyday moments in Elvis's life during March and July of the pivotal year that made Elvis's career, taking him from virtual obscurity to his crowning as the king of rock and roll. Wertheimer's unobtrusive photographs of Elvis in performance, with his fans, in the recording studio, and at home with his family present a unique look at one of the world's most famous cultural figures. These images represent the first and last unguarded look at Elvis and are an extraordinary portrait of a charismatic young man who would go on to become a legend. And that's our tagged close-up. Every week, we take a look at the new offerings in the world of books, movies, and music. Are you ready? Here are my top tags for this week. Bucking the tide at number 5 is Going Rogue, the highly anticipated memoir from former Alaska governor and vice presidential candidate Sarah Palin. Palin opens up for the first time about the 2008 presidential campaign, providing a rare, mom's eye view of high-stakes national politics. Hitching a ride to number 4 is Crocodile Tears, the 8th in the Alex Rider series by Anthony Horowitz. This time, Alex will face gunfire, explosives, and hand-to-hand combat to bring down his most dangerous enemy yet. Feeling fine at number 3 is Too Much Happiness by Alice Munro, the celebrated master of the short story. This daring collection proves Alice Munro will always surprise her readers. Getting up at number 2 is The Fall. The 4th studio recording from Grammy Award-winning artist Norah Jones experiments with different sounds and a new set of collaborators. Living long and prospering at number 1 is Star Trek, out on DVD and Blu-ray. This classic science fiction franchise, created by Gene Roddenberry, was given a fresh new life with this feature film that embraces the rich history of the TV and film series while also exploring some uncharted territory. And those are my top tags for this week. I always have so much fun when Augusten Burroughs visits us on Tagged. And once you read You Better Not Cry, you'll see that Santa won't be the only one going ho, ho, ho this holiday season. Thanks for joining us on Barnes & Noble Tagged.